to right off the bat. A little bit of the Smackdown, right? So Smackdown was, I believe it was in Los Angeles this week, right?
Yeah.
And we got a cold opening of Sami Zayn in a wheelchair.
Yes, which was awesome.
So I want to go on record. Sami Zayn is the most underappreciated wrestler in the WWE. Because everything I read about him on the internet is like, well, he's not great on a microphone. He's not great in ring. I just don't think he has the fucking opportunity to ever do anything.
True.
Right? They've buried him for so long that now he's in the spotlight, and I think he's fucking taking the ball and running with it, right? They talk about reaching up and grabbing that brass ring. I feel like Sami Zayn reached up, took the fucking brass ring, and ran away with it. And unfortunately, because of the booking in the WWE, I don't know that it fucking goes anywhere, right?
Yeah, it has potential.
It has potential. The chemistry between Brock Lesnar and Sami Zayn is fucking phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
And who would have thought that, right?
Definitely.
And can we take a second? Babyface Brock Lesnar is the thing in wrestling I never knew I fucking needed.
Oh, yeah, fucking for sure.
I mean, Brock Lesnar's a pretty funny guy. Or at least he comes off that way. Like, I have appreciated... The character of Brock Lesnar just coming out and beating people up every week.
It got old.
It's fucking old to me, right? Because it almost feels like, here's big dumb guy. Big dumb guy come out, beat everybody. Don't let dumb guy talk on microphone, right? But then all of a sudden, fucking Brock Lesnar's got a personality.
Yep.
The whole like, let's go hunting thing with Sami Zayn. Fucking let's explore that more.
In my head, I always imagined Brock Lesnar was a little dumb. Like, so intellectually wise.
What's funny is I thought that I've never thought Brock Lesnar was dumb, but I've always thought Brock Lesnar's character comes off as dumb.
Yeah.
And they almost portray like big Viking, me fight hard. Like what the fuck? They never let him have a person. Okay, not never, guys. Since I've watched Brock Lesnar, I've never seen personality. Paul Heyman's always talked for him. Or he's just been the beast,
big guy.
Right? The beast comes out and ruins everything. And coming out of this suspension to just have a fucking 180 character change, and he could still be the beast, right? Because we talk about this. Comedy doesn't work for the sake of comedy. You can't just be the funny guy.
Yeah.
But you could be the dominant guy who's also funny, and that works extremely well.
Yes.
But yeah. This babyface Brock Lesnar is what I didn't know I needed. This Sami Zayn and Brock Lesnar kind of buddy comedy we got going on is something I never thought I needed. Then we have, once again, cleverly playing back in this Paul Heyman chronicle where we see Paul Heyman slipping back in to Brock Lesnar's advocate.
Yeah.
And it's as far as I'm concerned, it's being done in a fun way by drawing it out where it's not just like we keep going, is he, isn't he? Is he, isn't he? Who's going to cost, finally Roman Reigns, his title? While of course it's the big surprise is it's Paul Heyman is what everybody thinks.
Yeah.
What if it's Sami Zayn?
Ooh, that would be
What if at day one, fucking Sami Zayn comes out because now he's Brock Lesnar's buddy and he cost Roman Reigns the title at day one? That would be hella interesting. Is if we get a Brock Lesnar, Sami Zayn buddy fucking story where Sami is the advocate for Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
I think that would be fucking fun. That would be a lot of fun. It's better than just throwing I get SmackDown is better when Paul Heyman's on TV. There's no doubt about that, right? SmackDown's better when Paul Heyman's on TV. But how long can you just have Paul Heyman jump to who's the champion? If he costs Roman Reigns the title and he jumps back to Brock Lesnar, I think that I really think that I don't know, just me being in my creative mind would be, let's let Sami Zayn have that role and let's kind of abuse Paul Heyman for a little bit. Paul Heyman's good at that, at kind of taking the abuse.
I love him.
But I'm excited. They've got me excited now for day one pay-per-view just because of this. I'm not positive. I'll have to look this up after the show. I believe by the time we get to day one, we will be close to Roman Reigns surpassing the all-time streak of Brock Lesnar for the Universal Champion, which is obviously what WWE is trying to do with that title. So once we get past that, then we can start going, okay, there's a realistic opportunity for Roman Reigns to lose this title.
Yeah.
Just quick off topic here a little bit.
Okay.
Thought it was interesting. We asked the question last week, who we thought was going to be the first to lose their belt. Mm-hmm. And I saw an overwhelming response for Becky Lynch.
See, I thought I saw a lot of Big E. I saw Biggie.
Really?
Biggie.
Yeah. I saw a lot of people talking Becky Lynch, and I got more to talk about that on Raw. We'll get to that, but I just thought that was kind of an interesting.
Yeah.
The main event of SmackDown was the Usos versus the New Day versus RK Bro.
Yeah.
Start off by talking about my boy Xavier Woods finally got a new fucking crown after weeks of me saying, why can't we get him a new fucking crown? Uh-huh. Like, do you just get one? Now, the new crown, fucking huge upgrade from the previous plastic looking piece of shit. Now, Xavier Woods looks like the Space King, but he's kind of the video game sci-fi guy, so it fits. Him and Kofi, the way they portray like the kingdom and being the king, they're just better at this than most people.
Yeah, the imagination, and I think that the follow through that they have on it is great.
I know the match was billed as who's the best tag team in the WWE, right? But I think fucking hands down, it is the New Day. Mm-hmm. They're just better at this.
And they're even good without Big E.
They don't need Big E. I said that, but I said that a few weeks ago. I said they don't need Big E. That Kofi and Xavier are the prime example of what a good tag team can be, right? Uh-huh. Two guys that probably they're never going to main event run. They just don't have it in them to be long-term main event characters. Not a knock on them. Size plays into that a little bit.
Yeah.
They just don't have it, right? Kofi,
and the personality may be too much of one thing. Does that make sense?
Well, they're better together than they are. But they're also better together than they are apart. Well, I think this is a little bit of a problem for Big E. Is Big E's trying to portray that New Day character without the rest of the New Day, and it's getting a little bit lost, right? I thought
weird at times because then he tries to be serious, and it's like, who are you, bro?
Yeah, he tries to be serious. And then we'll talk about it on the Raw. But when he was taking the fucking notes and throwing up in the air, that's funny, but it's also stupid.
Yeah.
It like for your WWE champion to be back there fucking like playing around and shit, then you go out there and get beat. But we'll get to that when we get to Raw, right? Little bit random that RK Bro was on SmackDown. I get probably they're just around or whatever. You always wonder if there's something bigger at play. Is Fox starting to demand, hey, we need bigger names? I did see Fox made some comments allegedly made comments that they want WWE to take a hard look at MJF.
Ooh.
When his contract's up, that they want to present like a briefcase full of money for MJF.
I love MJF.
Yeah, but is MJF, can he be what he is in WWE? Or is he just the Miz? Because if you put a muzzle on him, if you don't allow him to be that raw shit talking MJF, is he not just kind of the Miz?
Yeah. I mean, because I think
but then you already have the Miz.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if that works.
I don't know how much the WWE censors them. I feel like in AEW they have a little less censorship, and that could just be
zero fucking censorship.
Okay, so then I was right.
They're allowed to say what they want to say,
which is why you get that awesome reaction.
It's why certain guys fit better. It's why we're all sitting around, and we're way off topic on SmackDown here, but it's why we're all sitting around going, when the fuck is CM Punk going to take advantage of the fact that he could do or say almost anything he wants?
Yeah.
Because right now we got PG Punk, and that shit, PG Punk, man, if you wanted to do this shit, go back to WWE. That was perfect. The other title picture on SmackDown is Charlotte and Toni Storm. Okay. More fucking... This is bad booking by WWE. So what we got was I can only assume they called it a contenders match. But in history... A contenders match typically takes place between two people who are contending for the title. You don't typically take somebody who is already kind of looks like they're in line for the title and go, okay, you're going to go against the championship or the champion and you got to contend. And if you win, I assume now that she gets a title shot at day one.
Uh-huh.
But then you get this thing where Charlotte just fucking completely smashes her and gets disqualified for beating the hell out of her. So this books WWE into a corner because you have two things that happen here, right? If Charlotte goes over Toni Storm at day one, then you just completely fucking buried Toni Storm.
Yeah.
Because you just made it like Charlotte can fucking stomp on whoever she wants. She can give them a title match. And then when they get to that title match, they can't get over the top of the mountain. This is why I think Charlotte is in the most danger of losing her title belt. Because it just feels like to me, SmackDown doesn't have enough people, enough female superstars that you could just keep fucking burying people underneath Charlotte.
Yeah,
and I think that the fans would be a little bit excited for a fresh face champion on SmackDown, like Toni Storm.
Well, and I feel like they're trying to go for that younger demographic with everything, and maybe this is them trying to revamp it.
You just read something because I don't believe that. I'm
not thinking that because they're pushing. What's that guy with Vince McMahon? I can't think of his name right now. Selfie Man.
Austin Theory. But,
yes.
But whatever. That's all stupid to me, that Austin Theory shit. I think they're just fucking confused. I mean, you got to bring up new talent and push new talent, but I don't think Fox or any of them is just clamoring like, hey, we need young people. Mm-hmm. I think the WWE does fine.
You think they made it up on their own?
I think that I think Charlotte's been kind of in hot water for a little bit. I think that you've got to have a title change at day one. One of the four has to lose. We can't just keep up with these four champions.
True. Because
it's just stale at the top. So people say it's Becky. I think Becky's got a little longer run in her. I think I could see Liv going over at like WrestleMania. But I think Charlotte's worn her fucking welcome. And I think she's the first one. So I think she drops it.
All right.
But what is the payoff if not? If Charlotte wins again, next up, is it Sasha Banks? Who else is on SmackDown?
We talked about this.
Naomi, but Naomi's locked up with Sonya Deville.
Yeah.
There's Natalya?
Yeah, but I feel like Natalya is just somebody they have there to show up every once in a while.
Shotzi, but she disappeared.
Yeah, what the fuck?
She just showed up for a couple weeks and then disappeared.
I don't know.
And that's the weird thing about WWE, right? Because I felt like she was getting over. Mm-hmm. I felt like a lot of people who were new to the Shotzi game.
Look, we went to SmackDown, and that's the person who our daughter was the most excited about.
Yeah, was super excited after seeing her.
I was excited about her.
Whatever, babe.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to Monday Night Raw here.